Hey guys, welcome to my final day of my mini series using the basket brunch. Today I thought I would do something different and we're going to create gift tags. Now, this is from the Occasions catalog, and this month until the 31st, every $50 you purchase, you can receive a free item in the Celebration catalog. And I mention that every video, but just in case this is the first one you're catching, you want to make sure that if you want to place an order, or you've been kind of on the fence about it, that you do it before the end of the month. Also, if you are on the fence about joining Stampin' Up, maybe joining my team, you definitely want to do it this month because you do get two free additional stamp sets of your choice. For today's supplies, you will need your basket brunch stamp set and your framelits, and I've taken out all that I'm going to use today. You're going to need some watercolor paper. I have a scrap and then a sheet. You're going to need some crumb cake cardstock. I have my scraps over here, and then I am using my scallop tag topper punch to create my gift tags. I've already punched out 4, but I'm going to show you how to do one. You need tear tape, your aqua painter, watercolor pencils, which this is another thing that's low on inventory, so if you've been thinking about these, grab them, because once they're out of stock, I'm not sure when they're coming back. So you will need this. The ink we're going to use is Sahara Sand Early Espresso Basic Black. I'm bringing in the Glimmer Paper, and this is one of those items you could earn for free with a $50 purchase. So what I did was I just cut a strip out, because this is all we're going to need, of each color. This is Bermuda Bay, Sweet Sugar Plum, Mint Macaron. The other thing you're going to need is some twine, and actually this big roll I got at Michael's, so definitely check that out. It's going to last me forever, and it's affordable. Alright, so here are the tags I made, and I had a die in my stash that I used for these, just for some variation, but these are the different tags I made. I thought they're really cute to attach to an Easter gift or some candy or whatever. Really sweet. So we're going to make 5 today. Also for cardstock, you'll need some wild wasabi. I went ahead and cut out my grass pieces with the framelit that comes in the bundle. And I have some bunnies here. They're left over from a project which I'll probably use. So here are the 4 tags I've already cut out. This is 2 inches across, and this really just depends on how long you want it. If you want a shorter tag, a longer tag, it's up to you. These also make great bookmarks. If you extend it, the top is perfect for a bookmark. So here are the 4 I have, and what I did here, this is 2 inches, so I just made them 2 inches wide. This one may be a little bit bigger than that because it doesn't fit perfectly, but this space is 2 inches, so it's really simple. You just stick your cardstock in there and make sure it is flush. This part is flush, so your tag topper punches straight, and you just punch it, and there you go. And it bent it up a little because it was a little bit bigger than 2 inches, but this will work, so it's okay. Okay, so now I have my 5 tag toppers. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scraps here of cardstock, crumb cake, and I'm going to take my sentiment, and my sentiment says, an Easter treat for some bunny, sweet. I thought that would be cute for a tag, and I'm taking my Early Espresso ink, and since there are 5 tags, I'm going to ink this up and stamp it down 5 times. Oops, I messed up on that one. Grab this. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim each one of these off. Alright, now that I have each of these trimmed off, I'm going to make sure they are upright, and I'm going to flip them over because I want to add my tear tape to the bottom of the sentiment. So I want to make sure I don't adhere it upside down. So I'm just taking a piece of tear tape and adding it towards the bottom because this is what is going to adhere my, what is it called? Glimmer paper. Now I'm going to take my pieces of glimmer paper and I'm just going to remove the tear and tape. And then adhere it to my glimmer paper. And it's however much you want peeking out. It doesn't really matter. I just want a little sliver. And then I'm just going to trim the edges so the two pieces are nice and flush. Now, before I attach my sentiment to my tags, I want to stamp up my tags with the Easter eggs. So I just have a Post-it note, and I'm going to take Sahara Sand and just ink up my tags, and this can be, doesn't have to be perfect. And of course you can use any of the images. You can use the bigger solid eggs or this. Alright, here are my 4 tags. Now what I'm going to do is, I forgot to mention, you'll need Stampin' Dimensionals, of course. And I'm going to bring in my sentiments. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere all my sentiments. I'm going to stick the dimensionals on here first so it's quicker. And you can stick them all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top, doesn't matter. Or not all the way to the top, but a little bit with a gap at the bottom. I like it all the way at the bottom. All right, now I have 4 pieces of grass, and you can add the grass. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and add the grass on 4 of them. And I'm just trimming off the bottom part because I don't really want this to show. And what I'm going to use is my Tombow Mono glue to adhere the grass. So just a little bit of glue, pop that down, and I will trim that off. Okay, go ahead and trim this. So I'm going to set these aside to dry, then I'm going to bring in my watercolor paper. Now I have this from a previous project, these 2 bunnies, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. And I'm going to bring in my basic black ink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp up some more images on my watercolor paper. Alright, so I am bringing in my watercolor pencils. If you're not familiar with this, you do get 13 colors. And, you know, I'm pretty picky with supplies like this. But to be honest, I'm really liking these watercolor pencils. They're so smooth and so easy to use and so pigmented that they're a lot of fun. So especially if you don't want to worry about ink and getting all inky, this is a great alternative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up, or not ink up, but color my little peeps. And I'm using the dots in the stamp to be kind of my guideline for my shadow, or my dark point in the image. And I just dampen my aqua brush and just blend out the color. And for me, when I move in circular motions, it seems to blend out easier. that's just my experience. We'll do a yellow one. And I have better luck when my aqua pen is damp, not dripping wet. I like just a little bit of water because the color stays vibrant. My favorite is this one, the pumpkin pie. I feel like it's really pigmented. A little goes a long way. Okay, that one smudged when I stamped it. So there are my peeps. Hold on, move this so it stops focusing on that. There are my peeps. Love them, really cute. So put those aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and color. Let's see if I can get all this in frame. These images. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and die cut these images, and then I'll be back to put our tags together. Alright, so here are all my die cut pieces, and I'm just going to put them together. I'm going to be using Stampin' Dimensionals and my Tombow Mono glue. So I'll speed it up a little while I put them together. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut 5 pieces of twine off. As far as length, it's up to you. This is probably 9 inches or so. I'd rather have too much than too little because I can always trim it. And how I do it is I just fold it like this, bend the twine, then I loop the closed end through the hole, open it up, and put my 2 pieces of string in, do this, and pull it tight. But be careful because this will rip your cardstock if you're too rough. And just to give it a little bit more stability, I mean, I just tie a knot like this. And there you go. And then this is open to tie to whatever. So I'll go ahead and tie the rest. Alright, there we go. There are tags that we made together, and here are the ones that I used as my sample tags. So if you're interested in any of these products, they of course will be listed below. And remember, if you do place an order below $150, please use the HOSTESS code. And if you have at least a $50 order and you use the HOSTESS code, you will receive some supplies to make some cards in the mail. And let me know if you have any questions about joining Stampin' Up, anything like that, or any questions at all. I'll be happy to answer you. And I will catch you next week for a new, maybe mini-series. I don't know. I'm going to go through my stamps and see what I have. So I'll see you next week. Bye.